What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, I'm going to be going over and talking about how 2K knows exactly what they are doing in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. It might seem like the auction house is way overinflated. It might seem like the game is a mess because none of these cards are actually obtainable. But I would argue that 2K knows exactly what they are doing. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about why they are going about it this way. Now, as we do dive into this thing, if you are new to the channel and have not yet, make sure you guys do smash that subscribe button. As always, I appreciate all the support on the channel. So, I'm going to start this video, go back a couple of years to when the player market was in the game. Now, I hated when the player market was in the game. I mean, I absolutely hated it. I honestly got why 2K did it. Obviously, with people buying MT, all of those types of things. I get it. Not gonna act like I don't get 2K's perspective on it. I get it. But when the player market was in the game, let's not sit here and act like cards were inexpensive. We had cards, especially like Sapphires and up, that were 50,000 MT or more, right? Like, they were expensive. Now, why? Because 2K wanted people to feel like they needed to buy packs or buy the complete set. Back then, you could buy the entire set for a certain amount of money. They wanted people to think that they needed to do that and that they couldn't just, go get individual players. This year, it's the exact same thing. 2K could easily make things go down in the auction house if the pack odds were slightly better. If the pack odds were slightly better, or if 2K gave out sellable cards, the auction house would go down. But what 2K wants to do is they basically want these cards to be super expensive, so people feel like they can't afford these type of cards, and then they go open up packs so they can afford those cards. That is the map. That is the plan from 2K. And honestly, all you got to do is go back to when the player market was in the game to realize that that is really what 2K is doing. Now, do I like the fact that 2K is going about it this way? Absolutely not. I can't stand the way that, the fact that 2K is going about it this way. But that's the truth, right? Like, that's what 2K is doing. Right now, the game is basically non-accessible, right? If you look at my squad, okay? Grinded for him, unsellable. 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 That is the map. If you don't grind this game a crazy amount, you are out, like, basically out of the picture. Honestly, like, I'm just telling you how I see it. If you do not grind the game like crazy, it just feels like you are super, super, super out of the picture. And that's just not the way that things should be on this game. But, like, it just feels like, yeah, the auction house is on the game, but it feels like it's non-existent. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the auction house is back. And 2K made a big deal last year about the auction house being back. But with the auction house being back, I mean, it feels like it's non-existent. You go to look at all of these pink diamonds that we got last week, literally 1 week ago. These packs, I think, are still in the market. And you've got what? A total of how many? A total of 2 old school pink diamonds up on the auction house. A total of 2, guys. The packs are still in the market. You wanna look further as far as like the budget options. I mean, there's still not very many of these guys up there. Let's look at like Ami Najraid, who is a solid budget option for you guys. At the end of the day, there's not that many Najraids up. And so it just brings me back to the whole point of like, why is 2K doing this? And like I said, it's because they want people to think that they need to open up packs to play and compete on this game. But that's just not the case. Like, it's just not the case. And like I said, like, where would I start on this game? So let's turn it to this. Where would I start on this game? Honestly, grind out domination. You're going to get Siakam. You're going to get a diamond, hidden gem card. You're going to get some things from there. You still can grind breakout. Like, I've grinded some breakout today. I did just do triple threat specific. Can get some MT. Can get some badges from that. But at the end of the day, I would approach this game right now, and I don't like saying this, but I think to have fun with this game, you got to approach it as the auction house not existing. I mean, yeah, you might be able to plug and play some guys early on, like, you know, like I said, a Sapphire Drew Holiday. You might be able to plug and play him. You might be able to snipe, you know, some of these rubies that are decent. Like Dario Saric, I think, is a decent enough card. I mean, Mario Chalmers, I've made a lot out of him. He's a really good card. Even some of these Amis, like, again, if you can snipe them, get them for a good value, you might be able to make something shake. But at the end of the day, I think early on, especially in my team, you gotta act like the auction house is not there. Because prices are insane. Like, they're insanely high. And you gotta grind. Yes, you can make MT from playing the game. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like you can't. But let's not sit here and act like it's obtainable, right? Like, I grind my park win streak each and every day. I do. I go and grind my 20 wins each and every day. And you guys can see how many 20, you know, or how many park wins I've got. I've got a ton of park wins right now. And I get my win streak every day and I do my thing. But at the end of the day, let's not sit up here and act like that's the method for MT. It is hard to make MT when you're talking about as much as things cost right now in this game. Like, yeah, you make more MT than you have in past years, but it just doesn't get you very far. And so my whole thing is, until we see some change in the way packs are and in the way things are, honestly, my main approach to you guys would be just genuinely get these unsellable cards and use them and try to have fun with them. And like I said, I've, you know, got a decent amount of solid unsellable cards. Now, I've got some unsellable cards that I don't necessarily like. But with that being said, I've got some good ones. Bazelis is good. Bruce Bowen is good. Kwame is really good. You know, I've got some really good cards, you know, that obviously, you know, I can use and maybe do something with. But at the end of the day, I don't necessarily love where this game is at, and I don't like the way that 2K is basically forcing people into opening packs. Like, 2K's perspective is, if you're not opening up packs, you're not helping us out. That's 2K's perspective right now. And as sad as it is, that's the way they're doing things. So my approach would be, you know what, if they want to have that approach, that's fine, right? That's fine. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to either grind the game a ton this year or spend the money a ton this year. Like, those are the two things you can do. If you're at tier 1 in Showdown, you get a free diamond every week. I can't hate too much on that. If you know, grind triple threat park, you get a Hall of Fame badge, a bunch of MT daily. I can't hate on that. You grind domination, you get rewarded. Like, I can't even sit up here and hate on the way that 2K is overall controlling these modes. Like, these modes, honestly, have some decent rewards. But the whole thing to me boils down to, like, the auction house is worse, in my opinion, than it maybe has ever been. And I'm not even trying to sit here and stir things up. But, like, it is literally not even, the auction house is literally, like, not even a thing. It is that bad right now. It's that sad in my team. And honestly, nothing's gonna change, right? Like, nothing's gonna change. I honestly don't even think that 2K right now is making that much money. I don't think they are. Because I don't see that many people opening up these packs. I genuinely don't. I don't see that many people, honestly, playing the game with a crazy good squad right now. And even for myself, I've spent a couple $100s on the game. I'll be willing to admit it. I've used my King of the Court VC to try to, you know, and elevate my squad and go get some of the better cards that are available. But at the end of the day, like, I've made a lot of my MT by sniping. Like, I've made a lot of MT. I sniped Mario Elliott. I sniped Kendrick Perkins the other day for 20,000 MT. I'll put it up on screen because I think I actually have it. Yeah, I sniped Kendrick Perkins for, what is it, 25,000 MT the other day. Like, that's a lot of the reason I've made MT. But if it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for me winning King of the Court, if it wasn't for me spending money on the game, I don't know what I would do at the auction house. Because right now, again, it basically seems like the auction house is not even in the game because of how non-existent these cards feel. And again, there's not really a right way to approach this, a right way to go about things, in my opinion, if this is gonna be how things continue. So I don't know, man. I don't like 2K's structure. I don't like the way they're trying to do things. Because even like for me, I want a chance to maybe get KG or Joel Embiid. But with Latrell Sprewell never being up on the auction house, and when he is, he's 1.2 million MT. It just doesn't feel realistic to me. So that's really where we're at right now. As far as the things are for me, like, my squad's good, but like, I don't know, content's really slow. They don't drop any like grindable free things. It just seems like, yes, the launch was good. They made season 1 rewarding to play. But at the end of the day, it's like, honestly, it's been on cruise control, you know, for you know, the last few weeks. So again, it is what it is. You're probably not going to see a great content drop come Friday. It is what it is. Like, if you look at the last couple of content drops, they've just not been very good. Ultimately, it is what it is at the end of the day. Nobody is locking in these 95 plus packs because at the end of the day, nobody can get all of these cards because they're non-existent. I don't know, man. I just feel like 2K is honestly going backwards. And the reason for it is they want people to open up packs. But honestly, I don't think it's working. So yeah, cards are super rare, right? And that's how things are going to be for the foreseeable future. If you want to pick up a diamond wild gem that you like, go ahead and do your thing. Honestly, the best method to making MT is sniping, right? Like, again, and I'm not even sitting up here and saying I sit on a filter for a super long time, because I don't. Like, I don't even sit here for a super long time. But you can sit on this diamond filter. You can try to snipe, you know, the wild gem cards that people need for lock-ins. You can try to do a lot of different things. And you can just play the game. I do a lot of that for MT as well. But I just genuinely wish that this game had slightly more to it, right? Like, I genuinely wish it wasn't just 2K saying, okay, what can we get from people, you know, as far as, you know, spending money on this game, and instead, like, okay, what can we give the people as far as good content that they are gonna like and enjoy? Like, I just feel like it's backwards right now, and I'm just not really a big fan of it. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm gonna obviously continue to grind the game slightly, play the game, and try to, you know, improve and get my squad ready and win King of the Court and all those types of things. But honestly, if it wasn't for King of the Court, I don't even know where I'd be at on this game right now. Like, I genuinely don't know where I'd be. I don't know. I feel like no money spent isn't that bad, but everything revolves around unsellable cards. I think that's the thing that bugs me. It's like, you can get a squad that is decent, you know, but it's like everything revolves around being no money spent. And or everything revolves around unsellable cards. And I don't know how I feel about that. So I guess that's where I'm at right now. I don't know. Hopefully things improve over the next few weeks. But right now, it's just unsellables or bust, really, and I just don't know if I love that. So that's going to wrap it up for our video today. You guys can let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.